better. Could hardly hear you there for a second.
His wife's been pregnant twice and he's got 6 kids.
Hello.
Tony says hello, Chuck.
Well, hello, Tony. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. It was raining last night. Now it's snowing today.
No shit.
Yeah, there's dust on the deck. I was like, really? It's like April in this fucking state. Well, this one in Wisconsin. Like, Illinois is free of what I think is the worst of it, but yeah, no, there's snow on the ground now. Again.
Damn, we're at fucking mid-70s. Oh, there she is. Okay.
It looks nice there right now.
Oh, it is. It's real nice. There you go.
What's funny is it would look like everybody out here has gotten over their coronavirus fears because the roads are packed again. Everybody seems to be at work across the street.
Okay. Will it help numbers if my phone's on?
I guess. Yeah.
Hey, Tony, will it make a difference if I watch this on my phone or not? I mean, whether I'm watching or not, will it make a difference if it's... I mean, will it show better for his numbers?
Technically, yeah. Just make sure you mute the volume or it'll echo through in the background.
Well,
or if you got your headphones.
I got the headphones in. So,
Hey, it says 5 people are watching now. Hello, 5 people. You should chat and say hello.
Yeah, say hello.
Say hello.
Say hello to the Gary Show.
Hello, Gary Show. Wait, I'm not there.
This is the Gary's.
Is everybody in chat yet?
Carson Holtorf says, hey.
Should be 3.
Lyle Schultz says hello.
Oh, hey, Lyle. We're about to get this thing on. Lyle. How much time we got, Tony?
2 minutes, 41 seconds. Oh.
Lyle says, what's hanging? Carson says, how's it going?
What's that? Oh, hey, what's hanging? How's it going, Carson? Ooh, I shouldn't have picked a day to start doing coke.
Oh, Chuck, today's a bad day to pick up a Coke out. Now, look, Chuck, I was thinking, like,
I know.
so
I switched to Pepsi.
after we do the gluing and we do, like, the infomercial thing,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be real cool if you would, like, just, like,
Your
pop up.
voice is around.
If you would just, like, pop up out of your chair and, like, because I know what it is. You're just embarrassed.
It's lazy. No, I just said it's lazy.
Yeah, it's just laziness.
I decided.
I think it would make for good content if you were to just pop up and, like, do dance. Just think about it. Just think about it.
You know,
Yeah.
I will say that's going to be,
Right.
maybe if you do a really good enough show, I'll do
Well,
this.
thank you for at least considering it.
If your show is good enough,
Because I know
I'll get up and dance a jig and then we'll embarrass you. It's got to have a phenomenal show. It's got to be phenomenal.
So, Tony, let me know when the intro video is done or whatever. Yeah. It smells like alcohol.
It is.
Holy
And
shit.
bourbon. I figured it's $4
Oh, shit.
somewhere.
30 seconds, Chuck.
30 seconds to airtime.
Get your game face on. Put your genitals away. It's inappropriate.
So they might. It's not good to have my junk out.
No, we're not doing that.
Well, I can sing that song, Do you crack like a duck?
Oh, God. No. Oh, shit. It goes to the thing. Play the video. It's not. Right on. Now? Oh, good. Hello, Internet user. My name is Gary and Gary's Squares. I hope you like that real slick intro. That's thanks to Tony, to my producer, to Anthony Lee. Say hello, Anthony Lee.
Hello, Anthony Lee. Did I do that right?
Way to go. Yeah. Thanks, Tony. He's doing all the graphics and stuff, and he's doing all this stuff. I don't freaking know how to do that stuff. And of course, my name's Gary. Gary Squares. Did I do that? I don't know if I did. I'm not very good at this. This is my second time. And of course, with me, we've got
Hello.
say hello, Chuck.
Hello, Chuck.
Good. And there's Melina back there. Melina. Look, yeah, she's there with us too. And so today I'm gonna be making a pipe, and I did some Martha Stewart type stuff last night, and I cut through some of the more boring stuff that's not great for like live streaming stuff. And what I did, Tony, you got roll that video of me cutting all the pieces, and then sanding up here on the belt sander, and making them all smooth and gluing them all together. And then get up this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole all the way through this, and drill a hole into this, and make a bowl. What? Yeah. Well, that's somewhat behind there. But I'm going to drill a bowl here and drill holes. I'm going to drill holes of various sizes, and then I'm going to drill some smaller holes on this and glue that on, and then we're going to try to tell a story while the glue dries, and then we're going to get back to doing it. And yeah, that's the plan. That sound good to you, Chuck?
Sounds like a winner to me.
There you are. All right. Well, I guess I'll get right to it. So, I'm going to get some exercise. All right.
Everybody needs good exercise.
You get it?
That's our neighbor.
It's Terry. That's Terry.
Look at you, Melina's Facebook.
So what's the deal, Chuck?
Oh, well, right now it's 5-chord stud. It's a quarter inner, and Jack's about to open. You guys the deal.
That's true.
Who's in?
Right. So, just if it wasn't clear in the video, what I did was I cut some pieces of wood out, similar to this, and I glued them all together like this. Now I'm gonna. Now I'm gonna drill a hole all the way through this. And then I'm gonna cap it off with these pieces like this. That's gonna be a long pipe, huh? And yeah.
Hey, look at the right side. You'll have a nice resin chamber.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. You know, there's a lot of people that think that you can't like harvest resin from wood pipes. You can't do it. You just have to be careful.
Yeah, so don't scrape the wood.
You don't want to scrape the wood. What do you think, Tony? Right, he was thinking about my butt or something. What? He was thinking
If you would like to join in the call, hit
about my buttons.
phone button.
Oh, he's making little buttons. See, that's what's
Tony's good with buttons.
Tony's great. So Tony's a great.
At least
button.
that's what my wife says.
I don't know what is it? I'm not even totally sure what that's supposed to mean. All right. So now I suppose we can get to the thing.
This is the thing that we were thinking about.
Yeah.
It's the thing. It's totally the thing.
Oh.
Because we need the thing.
We need them things.
Not to be confused with the thing, Graham. For those of you who are out here in that realm.
There. How about looking, Chuck?
I'm sorry.
How about looking on the thing?
Looks good.
Am I on?
You're right at the. You are right. You are damn pretty close to center on the.
Awesome.
Close enough. Your wrist will be center.
That's fantastic. Doop. Get this out of the way.
Tune in later tonight.
How about
the
those
show
there?
101 things to make with ramen noodles.
I'll put those there. So, Chuck, what'd you do with my Chuck key?
Oh, well, I was locked out of my house, so I had to use it.
I know you stole it.
It was a Chuck key, so I thought it wouldn't open my house.
I don't know why you would steal the Chuck key.
Must have been another Chuck's key.
Oh, man. Of all the things, where'd my Chuck key go,
You
Chuck?
don't have to think it was in the miter box and displayed on the ground.
You know what? I'll look for my Chuck key. Chuck, tell us something. Tell us something. Say something. Say a thing. Uh-oh.
Here's, because I know Gary is such a fan of golf, I have a golfing story for you.
Okay.
Several years back, I was out golfing with a friend of mine. And we were at a little course, and it was a nice little place. And the course has a housing development there. And makes sense. You know, I want to have a house right on a golf course. It makes total sense. You know, it's not like your house is going to be filled with golf balls every day.
Right.
At any rate, this individual, my friend, hits the ball and he rolls into this individual's yard about 5-6 feet. And he runs off his back porch and snatches the ball up, runs back to his porch and yells at us, and he goes, "My ball now, motherfucker." So my friend gets up there and he's a very manly guy, and he puts the ball down, drops the ball, looks at the guy, and he says, "Hey, you can keep this one too." Send it right through his plate glass window. Well, the story is, if you don't like golf balls in your yard, don't move on to a golf course. Gary still can't find Chuck's key.
I found it. I found it.
He found the key. It was It was in the key of C.
That's why you should always put away
Your toys. I mean, tools.
yeah, things like that. All right, sorry for the delay, folks. That was a good segue, though. I lost the Chuck key, and so here's Chuck key. I should have said that.
Here's Chuck Key.
Chuck key. Well, I find the
Find my
Chuck
Chuck
key.
Key. I like that.
It would be terrible. It would have been a terrible joke.
It's a little punny.
Look at the difference. Take the
Oh
photo.
yeah, you did nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you would have sliced through that wood like. Okay, can't make that joke.
So what we're talking about is I had a bunch of gunk on this Forstner bit, and I took a flat file, and everything you see that's now shiny was once black like that, and I haven't tried it out yet. I'm going to see how well it does. Before it almost started fires.
Yeah.
There's real smoky.
I said, hey, look, you're cauterizing the wood as you go.
Yeah.
Your hole.
Carter. I don't think it's well, whatever.
Well, who knows, man? You're not a tree. You're
Well, I
an
think
artificial.
cauterizing refers to like flesh.
Well, it's tree. If you're a tree ant, man, if you're a tree ant, it's flesh. Yeah, a tree ant. If you're a tree ant, it's flesh, dude. For real. Look it up, man. Google it. It's like the truth.
Well,
Like for real.
I didn't think of that, to be honest. I didn't think of that. I use that word loosely, but I didn't think of that. All right.
That's that.
We got anybody new in chat? Oh. Oh wow. Well, hi everybody. Welcome to the live stream.
Hey, I must apologize. I dropped that ball. All right, I'll step up on this. Do you want me to read them off what everybody said?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning, which is a few minutes ago.
Well, actually, hold off on that.
All right, I will. I'll hold off on that.
Really.
Because I'm liking to hold off.
Yeah, holding off is the best.
Don't, hold back. Never hold back.
Right,
Only hold off.
right. Hold me now.
Oh,
Dun,
no.
dun,
I
dun.
feel like singing a 90s song.
For my heart, stay with me.
Well, that's 80s, isn't it?
I didn't tighten that. You know why?
Well, why not?
Because I'm an idiot.
But it's very important to use your chuck key to tighten your chuck, so
Chuck.
that way your bit will not spin.
You're supposed to
or will not.
be,
It will actually spin.
you're
because
supposed to be the one
season
telling me
to
this
spin.
kind of stuff.
Well, I was thinking about all these people that I've neglected to notify, so I will now read them off.
I can't tell you how many times I did that with that damn power drill I was using trying to put together that aquarium stand.
Carson says, hey. Lyle Schultz says hello. He also says, what's hanging? Well, mine's down to the right. I just got there. How's it going? From Carson. Tyler says, hey guys. D-Max says, hey. Tyler Bryant says, good.
Well, it's great. I'm
Good
glad
glory.
everybody's here.
Max says, D-Max says, I made it to the live stream. Schultz. Lyle Schultz says, who suggested that? Boston Baker. Hello, Mr. Ware. D-Max says, what's the weather like out there?
That's
Be nice. It's beautiful.
It's real nice.
As a matter of fact, I would be in my two-piece bikini, but Gary wouldn't let me wear it.
Yeah, it's too distracting,
revealing.
Chuck. It's just too damn sexy.
I'm telling you, thongs look good on everyone.
Well,
and it covers my nipple.
You got a thong that covers your nipples.
No, the tongue.
Right.
I'm a good tipper,
Sure.
Boston says it looks nice.
You know, this is still smoky, but it's cutting easier, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's more to do with the speed.
Yeah.
That's what gives you that carbon scoring on this.
Stay with me.
Boss man says, what's your favorite type of wood to work with, Gary?
Favorite type of wood. That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. Favorite type of wood. What? I don't know, man. I mean, they all have their advantages and disadvantages. Like ebony's really cool, but ebony's also kind of a bitch to work with. It's so hard and like, but it, the results are just great. And they've all got their kind of like give and take. I'm not sure. Any one that I prefer over the other.
So your favorite kind of wood to work with is the wood kind.
So your total answer to that one is you're not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm not totally 100% sure.
You like working with pine or balsa at all?
No, I don't. I typically don't mess around with
Pine?
like soft woods or like especially common woods like that. Like I try to go with the exotic woods usually, just because like for a lot of reasons. But no, I don't really. I don't.
They're pretty to look at.
Yeah, and balsa wood's more for like carving, and carving isn't really like a skill that I currently have. And it's not something I'm opposed to, but it's like it would take me a lot more energy to develop that skill than to just press on with what I have right now. And so I don't carve, and so that's, I guess, the long answer to that.
All right. I'm like, whoa. All right now. Now, Bossman Bacon says that's a really nice table saw.
Table saw?
I'm guessing he's talking to the. I'm not sure. Elaborate, brother man. What do you mean on that one?
Yeah, this is a drill press.
Yeah, we got the drill press, then we got the sander. I think you might have been referring to the sander. And then, because that might have been when you were setting up the table. I'm really behind. I slack.
Chuck is very behind.
Lyle Short says, we are waiting on you, Gary. Of course, that was live. Of course, that was a good 10 minutes ago.
Oh, Lyle just that's Lyle.
Well, we were, I didn't answer the questions. I had a gas problem. I really, I ate some peanuts today, and
Let's see how far did I get. So I wanted to switch up drilling on which side, because for one thing, this isn't. I can't guarantee that this is totally level, and that could cause problems later on if I try to drill all the way through it and it's off just a little bit. It'll come off funky maybe. I don't think it will, but it's better to just not take that chance. So I'm gonna drill as far as I did, then I'm gonna flip it around and drill the other way. And any kind of discrepancies will meet up in the middle and shouldn't be too bad at all. Maybe I should have lead in my pencil, Chuck.
Well, hey, you know what they say. Jim Beam puts lead in your pencil.
Do they say that?
Yes. Or that could just be a Marine's excuse to drink.
Right. I mean, whatever justifies
But then,
that.
again, what excuse does a Marine need to drink?
No, I mean, Marines are, they're, yeah. Got any other Marines or service members in chat? Chuck's a Marine and I'm an Army veteran myself.
You get Gary here is a veteran of, you were, Afghanistan.
No, Iraq.
Or Iraq. I mean, I'm sorry, I meant Iraq. Yeah, but not Gulf War.
No. 15 months back,
You were in the Gulf. You were in the war that we smoked Saddam.
like one of the dumbest wars.
And me, yeah, I just missed Desert Storm, and I mean, I'm not complaining, because who really wants to go to war? But
Yeah.
hey, if
I mean, that war
right
was,
now I'm ready to go to war.
Yeah, that war
Just
was
gotta
all
walk really
about,
slow so I can catch you.
that war was all about oil as well, but at least they had a better justification. Like, oh, Kuwait's being invaded. We better go.
Well, Kuwait paid us a whole lot of money to step in on
Yeah,
that
I
one.
bet they did. I bet they did.
You notice we were still paying off the Vietnam War when,
Yeah, for sure.
when we stepped in on the Kuwait, Iraq. Guess what? The Kuwait said, "Here you go. We'll pay that last war off for you, and we'll pay this one off too."
Yeah. It was credit on some future wars.
Yeah, that's why you. That's why you, when you're in the pokey, man, you stick up for the rich guys. So you can put a lot of money in your commissary. Not that I would know anything about that. Come on, people, ask me some questions. Ask Gary some
Yeah,
questions. Don't ask me.
Chuck's open for questions.
I promise, I won't miss your questions this time.
Chuck has experience in welding.
Yes, I do. I can. I have extensive welding and layout. Back before I retired from sheet metal work, I welded copper. Tell you what, that stuff was tougher than my second wife. Now, if you know who's Gary, I'm currently building. Now, I don't know shit about wood, but if he was building metal, you would have a different. It would go much slower, and you would have a singular
Oil, right?
Yeah, and well, you don't have to necessarily use oil in metal. You just have to go at a slower speed.
Right.
I myself don't like to use oil. I like to go at a real slow speed because then I can keep the drill bit cool.
Right.
But like I said, the only thing I know about wood is how to split it. Yeah, and how to make it. I can make charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was back then when I was visiting another dimension.
That requires like a vacuum pump, right?
What, charcoal?
Yeah.
No. You just said, what you do is you cut up the wood and then in small bits and you get it hot and get it burning, and then after it starts to burn and turn red, you pour water on it. Or smother it.
That's it?
You can throw sand on it once you put it out. The best way, honestly, is to put sand on it. And then you've got charcoal. Because it changes the wood, but it doesn't burn it all up again.
Right.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm really not that fond of charcoal, so when I go camping, I just cook over it hot, regular wood. Now, so Lyle, how have you been doing since our last live stream?
I hope you've been drinking water, Lyle.
Yes, I hope you've been drinking water, and I hope you don't have any issues with the corona.
Yeah, none of that Rona.
I'll tell you what, that scared me so bad, I switched to Dos Equis.
Shut up. That's a terrible joke.
Tell you. Now I'm the most interesting man in my own house.
There you go.
Well, that's where my roommate's gone.
There you go.
Lyle says, yes, water. Thank you, Lyle, for humoring me. Now, if you could be nice, Lyle, and give me the middle finger, that would make me feel really, really happy.
Chuck loves abuse.
Yes. He says, coffee flavored water. My favorite water. Lyle, this is a little fun fact here. They believe that the whole reason that people made beer and coffee and tea was because they had bad tasting water and they used those things to flavor it so it was palatable. At least that's one man's theory. I'm just repeating what he said.
All right, I'm definitely down to the Purple Heart, which is the middle part of the room. the middle part of the land.
Beer actually came from the fact that a lot of like civilizations couldn't clean their water, and the only thing that would was fermenting it with like hops and stuff, and that's why they made beer.
I could tell it was down to the Purple Heart
Because of the wood that came out.
For those of you who couldn't figure that out,
Yes, it's
but I
purple.
just figured I would be redundant.
That's the color purple.
Yeah, you know, that sounds like a movie.
It is.
Oh, wow. I should get out more.
All right. So I went as far down as I could. So the way I'm going to handle this
Yeah,
is
woodpeckers.
if you if I tried to, one of the problems with doing this without something, it's hot. One of the problems with doing it with the Forster bit like this is it only goes down so far, and my plunge depth is like 2 inches or so. And so this is like, I don't know, what is this? Chuck, what is this? Chuck, this is like 4 inches.
If you want to go down to the bases, it's Adams, but we can go up from there.
Well, right. And so the trick, so what I would have to do if I wanted to keep going with that hot bit is I would have to line it up just right and then take this table up with this bit in there, and that is no fun. So as opposed to doing all of that, this is a 7/8 inch bit. Yeah, 7/8 inch bit. Damn it. That's what this is. This is a 5/8 inch bit. And I'm just going to take the rest in with that. And it's not going to be that much of a difference. It's not going to affect the capacity that much. And it's going to be smaller so I can line it up better and have it not catch on the sides. And it'll drill right through and it won't be a problem. So there, Chuck. So there.
Hey, I buy it.
Okay.
Lyle Schultz says what he said, and now he said this, of course, there's a lag.
Right.
What he said for sailors, the drunken sailor. So I'm going to assume Mr. Schultz is a sailor.
He might be.
Yeah.
He's honored.
Oh, wait. And and Lyle Schultz goes on to say, actually, I'm BSing. I was going to make some stuff up about how Lyle Schultz worked in the Secret Service and couldn't tell anybody about it. But anyway,
Right.
it would have gotten really boring and went way off track.
Right.
Which goes to my other nickname, Tangential.
Chuck is known for tangents. He will go on a
Yes.
tangent like you wouldn't believe. His tangents have tangents. He'll get lost in his tangents.
We could be on
And
our
that
way.
will be like his day. That will be how he has spent his day. It will start it off and saying something, and it'll end with him being confused about what the hell he's talking about.
I once left Louisville, Kentucky on my way to LA and ended up in New York. Explain that one.
Yeah. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Oh,
I think so.
yeah, clearly.
I was following this rabbit,
Oh,
but I think it had something to do with this bottle I drank that said it will make you small.
well, those rabbits, they tend to be rascally.
It was a rascally rabbit, I have to say.
I see. All right. Hey, kind of
He had some cake that made me feel some kind of way.
Come Sunday way?
No, some kind of way.
Come Sunday way?
It's a Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Back to bee split the end of your butt. There was a bee checking out my whiskey. Imagine that.
I'm into the Purple Heart on this side. Any second now, Chuck.
It appears to me you are through.
Any second. Aha! You doubted me.
No, I never
Look at
doubted.
that.
I never doubted the great Gary Ware. Oh, Gary's Wares.
Right.
He got his name because he liked to wear boxers on his head when he was a child.
Right. So, you can see that there's a little bit of difference. I hope you can. I can't see anything on my screen. But you can see like there's a little lip in there, and it really doesn't make that big of a difference in the capacity of the carb. And so that's that's acceptable to me, you know. So, next, I'm going to be drilling these two pieces.
Now, if anyone would like to figure out the dimensions or the area, let us know, and we'll give you the dimensions, and that way you can figure the area of the carb.
Just so you know, these are all 1.5 inch blanks. They started off life as approximately 1.5 inches. So there you go. And I used a 7/8 inch bit. Start on both ways, and I finish it off with a 5/8 inch bit. Yeah. So something else I'm gonna switch up is I've been using a 1/2 inch dowel on these, and I got a cherry dowel in there that's 5/8 of an inch. So I'm going to be using that to connect the bowl to the chamber. So I'll be drilling a 5/8 inch bowl to this. And this will be the side that connects to the bowl.
I'll ask you, Gary, what do you do for work?
I do this for work.
This is it.
I live on Social Security disability benefits.
That's what happens when you go over there and,
It has been known to happen.
And get bombed every day.
Yeah, that takes a toll on a person.
It does. Kind of makes you a little jumpy.
Makes you look at things a bit differently.
It's like when somebody comes in the house and says, "Put your hands up on any money." I get a little nervous.
Right?
And then I fire the shotgun, and then I think, "Oh, sorry, Mom." I'm sorry. I totally was misunderstood Mr. Schultz on that. He was asking what I thought. He said, "I thought you was asking me what I said about the Secret Service." No, Lyle, I'm sorry about that. That was me asking. That was I was just making some stuff up about you being in the Navy and you worked for the Secret. You were actually the Secret Service part of the Navy, and you went around doing black ops, And now you're retired on the Black Sea in a big villa and enjoying life.
Something I'll watch out for, and something I learned from the last pipe that I did is what I did is I drilled out this hole and then I glued the end piece on, and then I drilled this. Well, what happened is I had a bit of tear out on the other one, and like a chunk like this ended up inside here. So you want to make sure that you do this, and if possible, put a little piece of wood under what you're drilling. Otherwise, you get tear out. It's big, nasty stuff. It's not going to affect the gluing up too much, but you want to watch out for that kind of thing. Now I'm going to drill a much smaller hole. This is going to be the mouthpiece.
Schultz said story time and left.
Oh, we'll get to story time.
I think he was referring to my talking about
We'll get to story time, Lyle. That's coming up, buddy.
Well, I used to work for the United States Marine Corps, and I was stationed at Area 51. I used to process aliens when they came in.
Yeah, sure. That's totally believable.
Matter of fact, the Men in Black movie was made about me.
Semi-autobiographical.
The first one.
Sure. But there was a lot they made up in that movie. Like, it's just unrealistic.
I couldn't really jump that high.
You were more of like an immigration officer with the aliens than like a wielder of
Right. And I'll tell you
high-tech
what,
gadgetry.
those Martians, they got some big plans in the future for this reason.
Like your weaponry was like forms and like
Oh no!
Sanction.
No, I was given a big ruler.
a big ruler.
They
Just
said,
slap
"You're
it.
a Marine. You're tough. Here's a ruler. Go to combat."
We won't take any shit from these Martians.
No, I didn't tell you what. I snuck in a second ruler. Heck, it was a
Second ruler.
yardstick.
Yeah. That sounds right. Totally believable.
We had these octagons. They had eight legs. They're like octopuses. I just totally wrapped him up with a yardstick.
Right.
He got done with me. His knuckles were sore. Oh, bourbon.
Oh hell, I didn't.
Thanks for
Yeah,
hitting me.
I didn't tighten the chuck,
They're
Chuck.
raiding another house.
Why don't you tell me these things, Chuck?
You didn't tighten the chuck.
I did not tighten the chuck. Do not do as I
So
do,
you-
internet user.
This one guy said there was such thing as a loose chuck, but I said that's not true.
Well,
But maybe there is.
I almost got through. And now I'm going to cheat a little bit. About a week. All right, now I'm going to glue these two things up before I glue the bowl because it's going to take a minute for these to dry. So, just enough to get the gunk off.
Hey, since I'm a drawing here, everybody could be everybody all at once flip me the middle finger.
All right. Now for glue. Glue, 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 and clamp. And clamp. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, shit. Let's not do that. You stop cursing so much, Chuck?
All right, sir.
God damn it. Oh, put the glue on the things. Thusly. We'll put glue on both sides. I'm not totally sure as to the reason why. I hear that a lot. I don't know exactly why, but I think it has to do with the fact that what glue does chemically to wood. And the fact that you want that happening on both ends of what you're gluing. But I haven't done enough research. I've seen that enough from reputable sources to believe it. But I will research as to specifically why you should glue on both sides. And I'll let y'all know. One? That's a nice day, huh?
Yes, it is. I'm getting a sunburn on my bald spot.
How's the weather where you're at, internet user? All you people in chat. Real nice here. Oh, and by the way, apparently what you say in chat doesn't upload to the final video
Yeah.
on the YouTube thing, so I'll try to talk about what everybody's talking about. Otherwise, no one will ever know.
Lyle says 75, 80. Lyle, we're about the same temp.
Yeah, I think Lyle's in Arizona, though.
Hey, I tell you what, I was in Arizona, beautiful area. The Sonoran Desert is awesome. We're camping up the South Mountain. Had to hide from the cops, but we won't talk about that.
Right. Hiding from the Poe.
Lyle says sunny Arizona.
Yep. I remember.
Hey, thanks, Lyle.
I mean, I oughta. I sent that hitman out there. Any day now, Lyle. Any day. I wouldn't kill you, Lyle. I'm just joking. All right. So, this is going to be glued up. Chuck, can you tell me what time it is, please?
Well, it's currently 3:38.
3:38.
Unless you're in another part of the world, then it's a different time.
At 4:08, we'll be ready to shape that bad boy. But
At 4:08, well, maybe it's story time.
Well, no, not quite yet. Because we have to drill.
Yeah, but I got excited
to
to poop myself. I thought it was story time.
What Chuck is referring to, ladies and gentlemen, although looking at my YouTube analytics, apparently it's just gentlemen. But, you know, ladies.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a woman, so but that's.
I mean, I think women absolutely should get into woodworking. You know, it's fantastic.
Hey,
anyway, what Chuck is referring to is later on. I'm going to take a little break, and Chuck is going to regale us with one of his many tales. And I don't know exactly what he's going to be talking about. But it'll be good, I bet. What do you think, Tony?
I'll help you, but first you have to listen to one of my tales.
I didn't catch what he said. Repeat that, Tony. I'm a little slow.
Sorry, I was just quoting a television show. I said, I'll help you, but first you have to listen to one of my tales.
Oh, okay. And now I get it. Now it makes sense. Now, sorry I screwed that up, but Tony, that was, well, sometimes when you build a jar heads, you got to realize things. Take a second.
When Chuck says he's a little slow, he's not just trying to be funny. He means that. It's okay, buddy.
I guess, sorry.
All right, buddy. You'll be just.
Hey, can I still some of that delicious coffee since I'm not on my delicious burger?
Cannot. You bloody bastard.
Listen,
Yeah, just
at this point, we would like to be doing a bourbon commercial, but I couldn't talk anybody into sponsoring us for the
right. I mean, if there are any bourbon sponsors out there, Chuck will down that shit for you, no problem.
And if you would like me to test your bourbon, I can test your bourbon for you.
Yeah, and like if you've got any bourbon at the house, you know, that you just want Chuck to test, Chuck will test that out.
Just
too.
email me a shot or two.
Just email him some liquor. He doesn't quite know how the internet works, but just he wants you to email liquor to him. And that'll be just fine.
I'd open up my email tomorrow if I see a bottle of liquor in there. I'm going to drink it and be happy.
If you find any shots in your email, you know where they're from. From Gary's Ware's audience.
Yes. I missed this a puck. I'll say who's
people that are really concerned about you getting your booze on.
He's talking about the popo up on South Mountain.
All right, just so everybody knows what I'm up to. What I'm going to be doing
thought about that.
Is drilling with this core box bit to make the bowl. But before I do that, I'm going to be drilling with this half-inch Forstner bit to give me a start on this. And this is how it'll go.
Yeah, South Mountain's beautiful in the daytime. Of course, it's been 20 plus years since I've been there.
That's a good start.
See, Gary didn't tell you this, but he likes drilling holes.
I do. I love to drill. I love boring. I love boring with a large auger. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I love
Are we
to
still
bore.
doing phrasing?
Phrasing. You have you seen Archer? That show Archer?
Yeah. Just a few episodes.
Oh yeah.
Phrasing.
They got a running gag where somebody says a double entendre and Archer goes, phrasing.
Oh, okay.
And then later on in the series they're like, it's become such a running joke, they're like, are we still doing phrasing?
So, Tony, I'm sorry I'm the slow one today.
Yeah, he's awfully slow.
Your mama always said, life's like a box of chocolates. You got to watch out for somebody that can't put cat poop in there.
Yes. Well, what I heard was Mama said knock you out.
Well, that was your mama.
Mama said knock you out.
My mama used to run and hide from your mama.
Look, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Oh, it wasn't a comeback. So much as it was a sidestep.
Don't call it a comeback.
I'm still been here. Need to get up
All
on my 90s. That shows you how out I am. I'm missing 90s music jokes.
I mean, you were slow even back then. Yeah. Oh, Chuckles.
I'm not bulletproof, but I am bullet resistant.
There you go. Yeah, you got proof of that.
I got proof of that.
Oh, dear. You shall not wiggle.
I'm sorry to Gandalf there. Nice and staff. Sure doesn't blow, tell us.
All right. Yeah, that's much better. So before, when I started off drilling the core box, before with the other bowl, I started off with a 5/8 inch Forstner bit, and what that ended up doing is leaving this little ring all the way around the inside of the bowl, which I had to take sandpaper to, and it sucks. But since I started with a Forstner bit that was smaller than the core box bit, I don't get any stupid rings, and it's a much cleaner cut. Ta-da! All right. You know what I mean, Chuck?
I know exactly what you mean.
Chuck knows precisely what I'm saying.
I also learned how to get the rings off of t-shirts too.
Way to get those rings off the t-shirts, Chuck. I'm proud of you, buddy. All right. So, it's too hot to drink, Chuck. I can't drink it.
Too hot. Too hot to drink, Chuck.
Too
hot. It's too hot to drink, Chuck.
Too hot to drink, Chuck. Yeah, you're just too hot to drink, buddy.
Yes, I am.
Too hot.
Yes.
I don't know. Hey, that's in the
It depends. We can work on it. But you gotta have some money.
All right. So, what I've done is I made a line equidistant each side here, which is going to line up with this bowl. But I need to know where I need to drill going this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bit and put it right at the very bottom and use my fingers to carefully do this number and then line it up with this line and then roll it and make a mark. Then I do the same thing, verify. Yeah. Now I'm ready to go. Know what I mean, Chuck? Hey, look, I made a little friend.
Don't forget to tighten it down with your Chuck key.
Chucky. Good call, Chucky. Chucky with the Chucky advice. Chucky says, use the Chuck key.
As Smokey the Bear says, safety begins with you.
Right.
Well, he actually says fire prevention. But
this little guy is not
really being safe.
Leave me alone.
Oh, hey, you know what? It smells that fucking pot smoke on you.
Well,
I'm sorry, the cannabis vapor.
I do not partake in such substances.
No, it was me. It was my
Yeah, it
my
was
cologne.
you. It was you getting your pot
It
smell
was
on
my
me.
cologne that was blown
I
out.
don't do that.
It stuck under your shirt.
Buddy, I'm in the middle of something. I got this bee.
Come here, I'll share, B.
It's not that keeps bothering me.
You don't want to share with me. My shit got him in trouble last time. It's late. Just working. Wife's damn near divorced me. Still can't explain what happened to his car keys.
Right.
I said, hey, they're in my backyard.
This bee really wants my attention.
See, I think they're curious because I think they know that the humans are about extinct. And
Yeah.
they're trying to learn
think
everything
so.
they can before we go.
Sure.
You know, he's like, okay, this is an electric drill press. I'm going to check
They're
it
like,
out.
we must learn from their mistakes.
Oh, you know what it is? I just got information. The bee just sent us a text here, and he said,
is he in
it's
chat?
your funky odor.
Oh, the
That's
bees
why I
in
like
chat?
it.
Oh, well,
The bee's in chat. He signed on. And he said, yes, that's what he's doing, gathering information on your drill press.
well, I'll be damned.
They're currently making one out of paper right now.
Commie bastards. I mean, they're totally communists.
Apparently, you can make a resin epoxy. He says right here, you can make a resin epoxy with honey.
Yeah, I've definitely got some ideas for the resin. What's like, hey, buddy, just go away.
I would blow smoke at him, but maybe he would attack me then.
Not like to
Okay,
be.
watch out, the bee's especially dangerous. He's got a Glock.
He's got a clock. This bee supports the Second Amendment.
And he's carrying a large machete.
He's wearing a "Don't Tread on Me" T-shirt.
And a Billy Beer hat, so he's way outdated.
Don't steal my bread, governments.
What?
Well, I just remembered a bunch of these like rewritten memes where they took the "Don't Tread on Me" flag and they took the snake and gave it a bunch of dinner rolls and it said, "Don't take my bread, governments."
Right. I like the one with the really like childishly drawn one that says, "Please no steppy." Please no steppy. Please no steppy. Oh man. Okay. All right. This is the crucial part here, Chuck.
Yeah, I like crucial parts.
This is the part that if you make just a little off, throw the whole thing into the works. No, that doesn't make sense. It could screw everything up, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, you could throw a wrench in the works or fly in the works.
Yeah, it could. It's harder than Chinese checkers or something.
I'm telling you what.
I don't know. I don't know how that goes.
I played Chinese checkers with chess pieces once. That was very difficult.
Oh shit, that's too wobbly, Chuck. You can't be having that. Sometimes the smaller bits they can get
Shorten it up a little bit.
just
That'll stop.
wedged between the teeth.
Oops, I think we got disconnected. Hang on.
Tony.
Hey, we're not. What happened?
I think we just disconnected for a moment. No idea why. Just so you know, your camera isn't on at the moment.
Camera is what?
Your camera isn't on.
Huh.
Sorry, folks.
There we go.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
We're suddenly attacked by a large pack of a six-pack of Corona.
I think maybe my devices have started overheating a little bit. So I have an umbrella. Give a little bit of shade. And maybe that'll fix it.
That might fix it.
Oh. All right, hang on. Bear with us, everybody.
Sometimes you're the bear, and sometimes.
Oh man. Anyway, well, we'll try to press on it. Hopefully, that won't happen again.
What is a real bear?
Hey, you can pop that iPad in your umbrella.
I was gonna say I shit with my body,
So you do better with Jared, that works. All right, back to work. So we're good to go, Tony? All right, right on. So, I don't know exactly where we left off. Where we got cut off. But here's the air passage that's been drilled, and the mortise, yeah, the mortise that eventually the dowel is going to go into right there, and that's right there, good to go. And I think Chuck, we're ready for a little bit of story time. All right, so we've got a little bit of time before the glue dries, and I'm gonna set up an umbrella.
I'll tell you how about I sit right there with a chair,
And
right where your chair.
keep my phone and my other devices from overheating, because I think maybe that might have been a problem. And, where's he going? You gonna be over here? Right on. Hang on. All right. Oh, wait.
Thank you, Teresa.
All right. All right. And I guess we're good on Chuck. And play the intro, Tony.
Intro, Tony.
And let us know when we're good to go.
You pressing my phone.
You're on with story time with Chuck.
You're on here. The story time with Chuck. This is Chuck. Yeah. So at any rate, I got ashes in my coffee. It's located back out right. At any rate.
A long time ago, back in 2014, June 17th on a Tuesday, I was washing windows on a high-rise building in Lexington, Kentucky. At any rate, we decided to take a break, and we went down and sat on the ground to eat our lunches and drink some Gatorade. And me, I was drinking water because I'm like water boy. I like water better than Gatorade. But at any rate, I was sitting there with my coworker, and he was drinking his Gatorade, and I was drinking my water. And so that anyway, I looked down and it was a real hot summer, and it was a drought, and there wasn't no water, but it had no worms. And they're like this little tiny, well, actually, it's pretty damn big, but it was a Chinese or Japanese beetle. You know, the green ones, they got that funny looking, look like the metal green thing. They look funky as hell. Anyway, I was sitting there looking at him, and he was like right where I wanted to put my daggone hand. So I just flicked him away. Well, that little booger held on to the concrete. He was still alive. I said, no way, he's still alive. He's still alive. So I took some of the water, not the Gatorade though, and then I poured it out right there on the ground. And then, because of the surface tension, I didn't want to drown the poor little guy, so I stuck my finger in the water and broke the surface tension, and then took it over to the little beetle. Okay, that little beetle, he took a like of that water, and he stuck his little tongue out there, his proboscis, and started licking up the water. And so he dried up that whole little mess of water I poured there, so I poured some more down, and he dried that up too. So I poured even some more, and he dried some of that up, but he looked like he had to get on pee-pee. So I was like, okay, little beetle, have a good day. And this little beetle looked at me, and he raised his front two legs up in the air, and I swear that John and Peter and Jethro, all three of them people, I swear to them that this really happened. And anyway, so he raised his two front legs up in the air, and when he raised his two front legs up in the air, he did it 3 times. And he looked at me, and then he held him in the air and he spun around 3 times. Then he put him down and he looked at me, and then he raised him up in the air again. So I stuck my finger down there to him real slow like, and I said, "What's up, Jethro Beetle?" And he climbed up on my finger. And so I picked it up and I looked at him, and he turned and looked at me, and he raised his legs up in the air 3 more times, and then he flew off. And I said, I looked at my coworker, and my coworker looked at me, and he goes, "I just seen it, and I don't even believe it." And I said, "You can believe it. I'm the damn Japanese beetle god, motherfucker."
All right. Well, that was thank you, Chuck, for
You're very welcome.
for one of your tales of befriending insects. That's not the only one.
I'll save that little bugger's life, I did.
But tell you what, Chuck, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at what we got over here. And Tony, I think we're about to start some infomercial type stuff right here, right now.
Right here and right now. On this street, on this road, and this city.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you have right here before you are some pipes for sale with a special deal. Now, can you believe that? Now, first of all, Chuck,
That's amazing. A special deal on these pipes.
these pipes right here for this
Oh
live
my
stream.
goodness. These
For
pipes.
this live stream, you're going to get $10 off the normal price of all these. Am I even looking at the right? Am I even facing the pipes, Tony?
No, you're facing yourself.
God bless you. Let's try that again.
Hey, I love being an amateur. It's so much fun.
Ha! There. Now let's try that one more time.
This is take 2, by the way. Now
Yeah. So this is the real deal, Chuck. What I'm trying to tell you right now, here, buddy, is that we've got some pipes for sale. Now these are pipes that I've made myself. You know what I'm saying? I made it myself.
You made them yourself.
Myself
You
out of wood.
You didn't get these in wholesale and you're trying to make money off of them?
No, nothing like that. I made these myself.
Actually made these yourself.
And these normally these 5 here are going to be $50. $50. And that's a steal, isn't it? That's a steal.
That's amazing.
It's an amazing deal.
That's
And
phenomenal.
this one I made the last live stream. This is going to go for
You
80.
mean you made this
80.
on
I
a
made
live
that
stream?
the last one. That's normally
That you
80.
made
But
that
I
on
tell
a
you
live
what,
stream.
Chuck. If any of these viewers right now they speak up in chat, say, "Hey, I want one of those pipes," they're gonna get $10 off the price. And
$10 off. That's all. That's amazing.
not just that,
$10 off.
there's more. But there's more. They're gonna get free domestic shipping as well. $10 off normal price. These pipes, holy cow! Tony, can you believe that deal?
I can't believe that deal. That's a hell of a deal.
Now,
No, Tony, that's a phenomenal deal.
and these
Phenomenal.
the way these work, they work like that. Like the pipe I'm making right now, they pull apart, and just like that, pretty good deal. You can pick up one of these for $40, free shipping, domestic, and pick up this one for $70. If you speak up live in the live stream, later it will go back to regular price. All right. So I think, pardon me, I think that's enough of that, and we can get back to the pipe making. All right. So, well, I like to chat there. Yeah, nothing to report. There you go. Do what? Right on. Ah. Stop moving.
Is that far? Or you
Ah. See? Hang on. No, don't you go anywhere. And, oh, God. Hang on. It's okay, Tony. I got you. I got you, buddy.
Tony, it's following.
Tony down. Tony down. Yeah, that should be pretty good, I think. All right. Put the check key back. There's Melina.
Melina, come back to drink. Just come back to me.
Melina made a big poop, everybody.
Until you get older, you don't really appreciate that.
That's for being skinny straight. Right?
Well, you have a beautiful day, Teresa, and thank you very much.
I'll go get Jojo.
Stay here. You want to go? You want to go home? Or you want to stay here?
Here's my pencil. Found it. Maybe not. All right.
That's a secret bottle of Martian air. We don't tell you. We can tell you this, but Gary is secretly in league with the Martians.
All right. Now, to make a circle.
Somebody need water, Gary.
There. I think I'm gonna move you guys over here.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, the pipes. Oh,
The camera.
Me? Yeah, I'm stupid.
Not you,
Good job.
Chuck. Up, up. No trash.
Okay. iPad.
No. I got you, Tony. Let's switch our sides. Chuck's trying to find his pocket knife. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. All right. So now that I've made a circle around the chamber, I'm going to shape it. All right, now that I have the circles sort of roughed out on each end, that'll give me an idea of where the edge is, and I can make it round from there. So, not really. What I actually wish I had is a much lower grit sanding belt. Like I used to have a 32 grit, and that would whoosh. That would just take it away like no problem. Are we still connected, Tony? Okay. Chuck got kicked off my Wi-Fi, so we thought maybe something went wrong here. But no, we're good. All right, I think we're good here too. Sometimes it's hard to tell, like with stuff like this, if this is glue or maybe, or I think it is glue. And even if it's not, you just sand it away. Yeah, I think that'll work for now. I think that'll work for the shape. One of the things you got to consider when using a belt sander or a orbiting sander and switching switching grits between rough and fine is you got to realize that anything that you don't do at this stage, you have to do later on. And so you're just making more work for yourself if you don't catch it right now. And so you got to make sure that you keep that kind of thing in mind. So this will work for shaping right now. And what's acceptable here is like the lines that are left from the sanding belt, like that's okay. What you're going for at this point is just a rough shape. And with the bowl, gotta draw this on the side first. That can be a bit better. Okay, and so just to show you, I've taken a pill bottle top to this 2-inch 2x2 blank, and I've made a mark at a 1/2 inch, and I connected the corners here, which is where I got the bowl. And now I'm going to shape along the lines, and forgot to add these over here. Let's see. For my ruler. Exclamation. Here it is. I found it. So, I think the mark started here-ish. I think I've got I'm not sure if a nickel will work. Digging around.
And if you're buying penny candy, you need to put it.
Chuck, where do I keep my round things?
Oh, in the round thing keeper. See, right where I say.
I'll just rub it. Sloppy.
Review the comment on that one.
I'm sure. Chuck, I'm sure. Oh, Charles. This is rough, but it doesn't need to be super clean because we're about to shape it anyway. Yeah. All right, here we go. not gonna do that. All right. Yeah. Yeah, go. Go for it. I'm doing right now is I'm getting real close to the edge because I'm going to be shaping that later. But right now I'm just doing what I did here, just trying to get a line from there to the edge. And I take off pretty much all of that. Now I'm going to follow this line on the top of the bowl. I'm going to try to leave the top of the bowl flat. And Lila, I'll come to your question in just a second. So basically I'm going to be trying to connect these two lines here in this kind of fashion. And I got something kind of like that. Kind of made a little mistake here, but this whole edge will be rounded off in the later step. Shaping's the fun part, right? Shaping's the fun part. Yeah, it sure is. Oh yeah. Shaping is definitely a lot of fun. So now I've got something that looks kind of like an old CRT screen kind of thing. And I'm going to try to take away these sharp edges. That was funny. Oh boy. All right, so you got something that looks kind of like this. And that's the shaping of the bowl. And yeah, so after shaving, you're left with this. And Tony, I think I'm gonna skip the sanding part of it because it's kind of, there's not much to that. And it would just be me with an oscillating sander, doing my thing. So I guess this is a good this is probably a good time to sort of close things up, and let me go to chat and see if there's any questions, etc., and so on. And I'll answer Lloyd's questions first. Lyle. Lloyd. There's nobody here named Lloyd. You know what I mean? Alright. Let's take a look. Lyle. Yeah, Lyle. I said Lloyd. So let's see what live chat has to offer. All right, so okay, so Lyle asked what I got. What about that lathe? The lathe I got, that was not like a sponsored thing. That was just me reviewing it. And it wasn't very good. I don't miss that thing at all. Let's see. The Lloyd also, Lyle, I mean. I keep calling him Lloyd.
I'm the one drinking the whiskey.
Yeah. Lyle also asked if what oh shit, is it still am I oh no. What? Yeah, I switched, sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, you're still inside the house.
Well, the hell with it. Yeah, that'll work, Tony. Tony? Yeah, I guess that'll do. Yeah, so thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll post pictures of this when I'm done with it here probably tomorrow or so. If you're interested in any of the pipes, let me know, and we'll hook something up. So I guess until then, it's bye from Chuck. Say bye, Chuck.
Goodbye, Chuck.
Say bye, Tony.
Goodbye, Tony.
And it's bye from me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. What, do I hang up or do you? I don't know how this works. All right, well, we'll call it out there.